everyone, this is Dr. Salcedo, your conscious gynecologist. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about not fun things: acne, hair where you don't want it, skin changes. All of these signs are signs of excess testosterone that sometimes are difficult to diagnose. If any of these problems are something that you deal with, continue on and let's get to it. Signs of excess testosterone can be from so many different things. A lot of times we have signs of hair where we don't want it in our midsection, excess pubic hair that maybe goes down our legs, skin patches on our neck or skin tags, acne, and we're like, gosh, I'm an adult. I'm like in my 20s, 30s, or 40s. Why do I still have acne? Or thinning on the top of our scalp. All of these things are signs of excess testosterone that sometimes our normal laboratory analysis don't always pick up. Now, there are certain big time concerns that need to be evaluated by your doctor to make sure that you don't have like an androgen secreting tumor or other more serious concerns that can lead to very quick changes in that look like excess testosterone in our body. And it's really important that you speak with your doctor to make sure that we're not missing anything. But if we're not really missing anything really severe, then sometimes those excess testosterone features have to do with elevated triglycerides from maybe eating too much processed food or sugar or fructose. High fructose corn syrup is a big culprit. Sometimes it's from high insulin levels related to stress or from carbohydrates that we're eating, or sometimes just baseline inflammatory factors and changes that come with normal body stressors and external inflammatory influences like not sleeping well, smoking, maybe drinking excessively, not having enough vitamins. All of those things cause elevations in insulin and inflammation that impact our ovary directly. Once it impacts the ovary directly, it actually stimulates the ovary to increase our testosterone level. That elevation in testosterone signals the liver to decrease a protein called sex hormone binding globulin. When a hormone, our sex hormone, is bound to sex hormone binding globulin, it actually kind of deactivates it and it prevents it from doing excessive effects related to too much sex hormone. But if the liver receives a signal to downregulate the protein of sex hormone binding globulin, then you have more active free circulating testosterone to do its damaging effects. And then that testosterone goes to our skin and our hair follicles and starts to increase the production of hair where you don't want it. And sometimes it's in our midsection, sometimes it's on our chin, sometimes it's down our legs and our pubic hair. Sometimes it causes an increase in our glands and causes more acne. And it has to do with a protein, an enzyme called the 5-alpha reductase. And this protein, this enzyme, is within our skin, and it actually increases the level of testosterone, free testosterone, that causes those unwanted effects. And so it's hard to say because every person has a different level of activity of this 5-alpha reductase. And so that's why some people can eat not well and they don't really get any pimples, but some people can barely look at like a chip and then they start to get pimples. And so the level of 5-alpha reductase is really important, and that actually shows the physical expression of all of these unwanted testosterone effects. Now, here's the thing. There is no test for 5-alpha reductase. And the other important thing is that testosterone also comes from our adrenal glands, okay? So if we happen to be a little bit more stressed out, we have more of that production of testosterone that is actually not picked up by normal testosterone assays and tests that we check as doctors. And so just because a testosterone level is normal or maybe even a little bit elevated, you know, sometimes people still have these unwanted physical features related to elevated testosterone, even if the tests aren't picking it up. So While it is important to see your doctor to look at elevations and signs and physical features of excess testosterone, too much acne, hair where you don't want it, those are really important things that you need to talk to your doctor about. And so when they do our test, we make sure that there's not a weird androgen secreting tumor circulating through your body causing these excess numbers. And if your testosterone level is normal, it doesn't mean that you still don't have the effects of excess androgens. It's just not like something super duper serious to worry about, like a tumor. So the important thing to remember is that a lot of polycystic ovarian syndrome cause elevated testosterone, okay? So just because that maybe you don't fit the diagnosis of PCOS, you may have something called ovulatory PCOS, is that you're still ovulating every month, but sometimes our physical features can indicate to us clinicians that maybe we're dealing with a patient who has polycystic ovarian syndrome-like qualities, and it should be treated in the same way. We should be talking about lifestyle factors first in order to help treat women. And of course, lifestyle factors mean a very good, well-formulated ketogenic diet, a low carbohydrate diet, reduction in our stress, elimination of any inflammatory factors that might be in our environment. There are other medications like spironolactone and other testosterone hormone binders. There's actually also something that can help reduce and treat 5-alpha reductase as well. Those are all very serious medications that need to have supervision with your doctor. But my favorite is to really reduce those carbohydrates, well-formulated ketogenic diet, and addressing our lifestyle factors. So if you have problems with acne, hair where you don't want it, thinning hair maybe, or the darkening patches in your skin, all of that has to do with high insulin resistance that leads to this PCOS-like features, that leads to elevations in testosterone that's not always picked up on laboratory analysis. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please share, click, and subscribe to ConsciousGynecology.com, and I'll see you at our next video.